What old person things do you do? I get excited about buying stuff for the house, like pictures, little knickknacks, figurines, furniture, etc. I also love going to furniture stores, home or food stores like Williams Sonoma and Solar Table. Solar Table is heaven for someone like me. I can get lost in there for hours just looking at all the stuff they have for the kitchen. Sometimes, when I'm home alone, I realize I could do anything I want and nobody would know. So I take a hot bath and steep some chamomile tea. If I'm feeling frisky and want to spice it up, I put 2 pairs of socks on and curl up under a blanket. I didn't have a good bathtub for over a decade. In the last 2 years of living at my new place, with a decent bathtub, I've easily had over 100 baths. In fact, I'm in the bathtub now, and plan to be in bed before 9 since I need to be up early for the vet at 7 AM. I go to bed early. Well, around 9 to 10 PM. Sometimes my friends want to hang out, and I'm like, what time? And they say 10. And then I say, fuck that shit. I'll be in bed. Call me when you want to drink at 7. Ever since I had a kid that wakes up early, I go to bed early. I was like this before kids, and I bartended at night for years. I never understood or felt the need to start my night at 10. Honestly, even 7 seems so late to start to me now. I wake up at 6 with the kids. I need my sleep. Let's do happy hour at 530 so I can be home by 830 and in bed by 9. Perfect. Get excited when weekend plans fall through and I get to stay home and watch movies instead. This is very much a mid-late 20s and 30s thing, not so much an old person thing. When you're old you start to look forward to those weekend plans because you're so often not doing shit at home that getting out is a big deal. Watch TV with subtitles on. TV is so much better that way. Imo. My Netflix and Hulu also have the subtitles on. Shit, why they gotta make dialogue so damn quiet? Turn the volume up to hear people speaking and all of a sudden sounds like a damn sonic boom when there's any other sounds. Dad? Is that you? Seriously though. I agree. Get outraged when people ask me to meet them for dinner at a time later than 7. You want me to come to dinner at 9 PM. I hope you're ready for me to be in my pajamas. Tried to make plans with a friend this past weekend who wanted to go out after the kids went to bed around 9. I agreed, but kept hoping he would cancel. About 8:15 he texted me and said he put his PJs on without thinking. Made my day. I was already in the mine. Save every plastic grocery bag for later use. Edit. For everyone commenting along the lines of that's not an old person thing. IDK, what's to tell ya? The only people in my family who did it when I was growing up were the old people. Constantly turn off lights in rooms that are not in use. And turn on heat only when it gets too cold. Electricity doesn't pay for itself. I swear the hallway light is going to drive me to the point of insanity one day. The damn things gets more action than a honeymoon. Kids constantly flipping it on. Seems they have no clue how to flip it back off. Put in LEDs. They cost so little to run. It doesn't matter if you leave them on. I sit in my chair with a blanket draped over my legs. It's warm and cozy. Okay. People ask me all the time if I'm cold cause I like to have a blanket on me. Some people just don't understand the difference between cold and cozy. If I'm laying on the couch I have a blanket on me. If I get hot, one leg comes out from under the blanket. Still cozy. Wake up before 7 AM every day. I have no reason to be up early on weekends, but still find myself having my morning coffee alone. At 6:30. I've been trying to become way more of a morning person during the entire week. Some weekdays with work it's just a drag and I find I can't get in a rhythm between weekdays and weekends. But I find I'm much more productive getting up early. Just this past Saturday I got up at 6:00. Got showered and dressed. Hit up a local diner for solo breakfast at 7:00. I had a craving. Left around 7:30. Got the car washed. Came home around 8:00. Meal prepped for an hour. Popped over to the driver license center to renew my license for 9:00. Couldn't do it online since I needed a new picture. No line as I was one of the first of the day to be served. Came back home around 9:20. Got some laundry going and cleaned the house. By 10:30 am, I had my clothes out on the drying rack and the rest of the day to myself. Now if I could be this productive with my daily work schedule, I'd be set. Edit. Part of it helps that I'm sync. So my schedule is pretty flexible and independent of the schedules of others. I'm only 30 and I'm way too suspicious of teenagers. A few fraps of kids cut through the parking lot of my apartment complex in the mornings to get to school. And I'll just peek through my blinds with squinted angry eyes and sip my coffee while muttering to myself, assuming that these kids are up to no good. There's no reason for me to do this, but it's basically a part of my morning routine now. Oh. And I frequently sneeze off it. I was headed for the rec center to get in a workout. As I'm getting in my car, I remembered something I forgot. Went upstairs. Got it. Came back down. Repeated that about 3 more times, including once when I got back upstairs I forgot what I was looking for. I was breathing pretty hard and just decided to call that my workout. Showered and turned on the TV. And X200B. Eater. Thank you so kindly for the silvers. We go to the monthly stonemasons breakfast in my town. My husband and I are the youngest people there without kids by at least 30 years. But it's a solid breakfast buffet and only $10 pp. Edit. Yes. Meant Freemasons. Thanks. $10 per person. But thanks for the entertaining thread. The buffet includes all you can eat homemade waffles, blueberry pancakes, plain pancakes, sausage links, bacon, homemade biscuits and sausage gravy, fresh fruit, scrambled eggs, home freeze, omelets made to order, coffee, water, juice. Obviously. I highly recommend it. I live in a town with 5,000 people where surrounding towns will usually do something similar. And people with kids are still about 10 years older than us and are in the minority for attendees. Crack my bones like they're Rice Krispies. Oh man. In the morning my neck sounds like a popcorn machine and a bowl of Rice Krispies had a baby. And it just crashed an airplane made of uncooked pasta into a bubble wrap factory. Damn, are you okay? I evidently have the same TV watching habits of my late grandparents. My dad makes fun of me for watching Matlock and Murder, She Wrote like his mom did. At some point, I noticed that all of the commercials between my shows were for things like alert bracelets and walk-in bathtubs. Even the commercials for toys were like, your grandchild will love this for their birthday. Time to go yell at some kids to get off my lawn. I'm part of quiz team of 50-60 men called the Old Gits that does pub quizzes in a golfing pub. I am a 25-year woman. And probably the youngest in that pub by about 20 years. 90% of the questions are before my time, but I help out with all the gaming and youth culture questions that throw all the other teams off. I'm their secret weapon. I get to learn a lot of interesting stuff and there's a great selection of real ales there. I love it. I actually always have a bag of Werther's hard candy in my car. Also, I'm kinda terrible with computers. I'm 27 but my friends call me an undercooked grandpa. Undercooked grandpa. I pretty recently threw out my back while putting on socks. I feel you too much. I recently jumped up and down once when I got some really good news. And I could hardly walk for several days because it hurt my knee. I did that too, except it messed my back up so bad I had to crawl from my bed to my kitchen the next morning. I'm 28.